What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is Ring Rumble, bringing you another deep dive into the latest wild stories, rumors, and breaking news circling the wrestling world. And today we're going to cover absolutely everything you need to know, from top WWE superstars pushing for a controversial former name to return, a major WWE wrestler dealing with a permanent career-changing injury, intriguing activity in NXT, Roman Reigns reacting to Naomi's pregnancy in the most wholesome way possible, speculation about John Cena chasing world title number 18 before he retires, one superstar literally fighting for his job and career, Chris Jericho possibly teasing a Royal Rumble comeback, and even more stories that are sure to leave fans buzzing. Now, let's not waste time and jump right into this roller coaster of stories that show just how crazy things are behind the scenes in WWE right now. First up, we're talking about a surprising development where several top WWE stars reportedly want Alberto Del Rio back in the company. Now, this is one of those stories that divides fans instantly because Del Rio is a controversial name, but according to reports, some very big names in the locker room, including Roman Reigns, believe Del Rio has served his time and deserves another chance in WWE. During a discussion on Lucha Libre Online, Hugo Savinovic revealed that top-level stars in WWE have been pushing for his return, insisting that he's proved himself after nearly 4 years away from the company. The interesting part of this isn't so much who doesn't want him back, but the fact that main event caliber names are openly saying he deserves another shot. However, despite those voices of support, the reality is that WWE isn't showing any concrete interest in bringing him back, likely because Del Rio has faced extremely serious accusations in recent years that have left a dark shadow over his reputation. WWE knows that if they were to bring him in, whether for their main roster or even just to show up in AAA, the backlash and criticism would be enormous. The company has been very careful lately about public image and corporate responsibility, so for now this seems more like locker room chatter than a real plan. Shifting gears, let's talk about Bronson Reed, because his story is both inspiring and heartbreaking. Reed revealed in a recent interview that while he's cleared to wrestle and continues to put on impressive performances, he's living with a permanent injury that has completely changed his everyday life. He suffered a brutal injury during last year's War Games where his talus bone literally split in half, leaving him immobile for months. He described the process of having to keep his legs straightened for 3 months, rebuilding his atrophied muscles, relearning how to walk, then run, then jump, and eventually getting back into the ring. According to Reed, walking and running in everyday life is still painful, but once he steps inside the ring, adrenaline somehow allows him to perform at full capacity. It's the kind of story that shows just how tough these athletes are and how much they sacrifice to entertain the fans. Despite the injury, Reed is now set for one of the biggest matches of his career as he prepares to face Roman Reigns one-on-one at Clash in Paris, a bout that could elevate him to a whole new level if he delivers. Moving on, things are always interesting in NXT, and recently Jordynne Grace caught fans' attention when she posted a meme on Instagram about watching married co-workers flirt with each other. It might not sound like much on the surface, but fans love to speculate about subtle posts like these, especially in a world where social media is often used to drop hints about real-life locker room dynamics. It's probably nothing major, but still an eyebrow-raiser that people will read into. Speaking of social media, Roman Reigns had fans smiling when he posted a wholesome TikTok reacting to Naomi's pregnancy. He congratulated her and Jimmy Uso, joked about how his own house was finally emptying out of kids only for Naomi and Jimmy to start over, and shared how much of a blessing it is to see their family grow. For a man known as the Tribal Chief, seeing his genuine side here just shows how family-oriented Roman really is and why fans connect with him beyond the character. Next up, we've got some big news about upcoming WWE Premium Live events. Reports suggest that WWE is planning blockbuster matches for their September 20th WrestlePalooza show in Indianapolis. According to PW Insider Elite, 2 matches being lined up as main events are Brock Lesnar vs. John Cena and Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. If these plans hold, it will mark Lesnar's first match since SummerSlam 2023 and his first singles clash with Cena since 2014. Meanwhile, the Rhodes vs. McIntyre bout is a marquee matchup that fans have been anticipating, but it appears WWE is saving it for this event instead of the upcoming Clash in Paris. This makes sense because Rhodes is still tied up with filming commitments for the Street Fighter movie and isn't working UK house shows, so they're spacing out his big defenses. But let's talk more about Cena, because he has fans buzzing after posting a picture of Seth Rollins as world champion on Instagram. Cena's Instagram is infamous for being cryptic and random, but fans believe this was a clear signal that he's eyeing world title number 18 before he calls it a career in December. Cena himself has said Rollins is one of his greatest opponents, and with Cena's retirement looming, the idea of him feuding with Rollins and possibly capturing the championship one last time is very real. Imagine Cena confronting Rollins at Clash in Paris, or even joining a War Games match at Survivor Series. The idea of Roman Reigns and Cena teaming in a War Games environment is something that could shake the wrestling world. Speaking of titles, Tiffany Stratton has been the target of criticism during her women's championship reign, with fans online complaining more about the division's booking than her actual performances. Stratton finally addressed this during an appearance on a podcast, saying she's learned to stop reading social media to protect her mental health, pointing out that critics online would never be in her position as champion anyway. She admitted criticism began once she started getting a major push, but she now just relies on her support system of friends and family instead of worrying about strangers online. She's not wrong that the SmackDown women's division has been criticized for repetitive matchups, especially endless Stratton versus Nia Jax encounters, which haven't done much to build excitement. But she remains confident in herself and is focused on continuing her reign. Another big story comes from backstage creative changes, all triggered by Naomi's pregnancy. According to Fightful, WWE had to rewrite major women's division plans, as Naomi was originally supposed to defend her championship against Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris. With Naomi out, WWE will now have to figure out how to crown a new champion. Vaquer will likely still be involved, but fans have been speculating about potential new champions, with names like Roxanne Perez getting major support. While this is a sudden shakeup, it also creates an opportunity for WWE to elevate someone fresh to the top of the division. Now, let's shift to Ridge Holland, who made headlines after admitting he's fighting for his job in WWE. Holland is set to wrestle for Evolve and called the opportunity a fight for his livelihood.